All right, day number 37 of the bulk. Today's gonna be back day, but more importantly than that, holy shit, first big fucking milestone, 250 flat this morning. Fucking 250 flat on the scale. So, it still might bounce around a little bit. I might go back to a little lighter, but good fucking sign. I was fucking excited. I get up, fucking get up early for class. Boom, 250 out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. It makes sense. So, in terms of the calories, started off around like 4,500. Did for a few weeks because it takes a little bit of time for you to get used to, eating a lot of food. You're almost like ramping up your metabolism in a sense. Like if you just go from dieting straight up, like counting your calories hard, 100 grams of carbs per day, and you're lean, and you jump to trying to eat like 6,000 calories a day, a ton of it's just going to get converted to fat. I mean, you're just not going to be able to make use of that much food, right? At any given point, your maintenance calories, right, your total energy expenditure for the day is, about, right here. So if you cut, you go below it, and if you bulk, you want to go above it. But if you go too far above it, then you're not getting any, or you're getting a negligible amount of benefits. And then you're going to get extra fucking fat, presuming that you're not doing your cardio. And it's going to be even harder to cut down, right? Like if I were to, kind of a crazy, if I were to try and eat 8,000 calories per day, I'm sure I would gain weight faster, but much more of it would just be, excess body fat. I'd probably build the same amount of muscle, but all those extra calories that my body just couldn't process are just going to get stored. So, last few days, been doing 6,000. Feels pretty good. I'll try and do a full day of eating. I don't have class tomorrow, so that'd be a perfect day. So, you can get a little bit of an idea of just where all these calories are coming from. Holy fuck. Oh my god, there were like 3 deer right on the edge of the road getting ready to cross. Oh, that could have been bad. Never hit a deer yet. Would not want to. Shit. What else? 250. That's about it there. So today's going to be back. For a second I kind of thought that I didn't really care for the bent over rows with the barbell, but throwing them in last back day, that felt pretty good. Like when you go really heavy on them, it's not necessarily pinpointing any specific part of your back, right? Because if you're really going heavy, like 10 reps is your max for whatever weight you're doing. I mean, you're just going to be utilizing every different muscle in your back, right? You're not going to get a perfect lat pump because your traps are going to be activated, your rhomboids, your rear delts a little bit, but definitely a pretty damn decent starter lift. Because, that pretty much fits in with my mentality of start your lift with some heavy sets, and then once you got a pump, you're pretty much good. As long as you lift heavy, like as long as you throw in some sets where you're really pushing yourself, 10 reps is as much as you can get with that specific weight for any body part, for the most part. And then you do a couple of more sets, you kind of back off the weight a little bit, you're doing more isolation movements or whatever else, like a real bodybuilder, and you got a crazy pump at the end. That's pretty much the perfect signs that you've given yourself the right stimulus that you want to grow. And You finish your lift, you get home, and start to fucking recover with your post-workout meal. So, I drink this pre, and then we can fucking get in there and kill back. All right. Oh. Oh. All right, let's just see the fucking shirt outline again. Oh yeah, that's definitely something cooking. So I say this to describe pretty much every fucking lift, but you know, pretty much just sticking to the basic shit. Barbell rows, lat pull downs, barbell rows, lat pull downs, cable rows, cable pullovers. There's nothing else that you really need. Like, if you do any sort of funky movements, I can't even think of an example, because those kind of fucking exercises just don't even cross my mind. But if you see somebody doing something weird like an Instagram lift, where it's supposed to look showy and fun and cool, odds are you're definitely not going to get fucking big doing it, right? Now, I don't necessarily believe that. I think you could get big doing anything, but you know, you're going to have a much better chance if you just really overload the basics. Try not to overcomplicate things too much. Oh, fuck. Whew. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So back was fucking sick. I already knew it was going to be a gnarly pump after the first fucking two sets of barbell rows. So I'm gonna finish calves, and then we can do a little car speech. Oh, back got fucking obliterated. Honestly, I probably owe it, or at least owe a good amount of it. Let's change the angle a little. There we go. Probably owe at least a good amount of that pump to that first set of barbell rows. Even though I was swinging it pretty hard, just the fatigue it gave my lower lats, and I'm not a huge, lower back builder per se. Like I don't deadlift. I'm not going for like huge erectors, but I could definitely tell that my lower back just got smashed. So, and then at the end, gnarly pump. So post-workout, what does that mean? It's time to take in your fucking post-workout shake. The best case scenario is going to be 50 grams worth of dextrose, as well as some protein powder. So here I've got 50 grams of dextrose and 1 scoop of chocolate whey. Now, I say this at least not every time, but I say it a lot. What is dextrose? What the fuck kind of weird shit is that? So dextrose is the simplest carbohydrate that you can get your freaking hands on. So it's just the one, as it turns out, monosaccharide, right? Just one glucose molecule on its own. So what makes that better than, chowing down on some rice post-workout, or You know, even like just some candy, just some Skittles or something, some gummy bears. So, you know, obviously rice onward, wheats, grains, all those are going to be reasonably complex carbs, right? They're not going to shoot your blood sugar through the roof right when you eat them. And then, you know, a lot of candies and stuff like that, those are not dextrose. Those are made of like fructose or sucrose, right? So the significance of that is those more complex forms of sugars, right? Like fructose and sucrose, those are multiple sugar molecules combined. So when you take in some sucrose or fructose, what's going to happen is it's going to have to get broken down in your liver or somewhere else. I don't know the exact biomechanics, but it takes a little bit before it hits your bloodstream. Whereas dextrose, considering that it is, you know, the final product of any carbohydrate that you were to eat, once you know, take some into your system, it's instantly going to spike your insulin, right? It's going to cause your whatever gland to release some insulin. And then having some extra blood sugar floating around from the dextrose itself is just gonna, when those two when those two factors are combined, what's gonna happen is all of that dextrose, sugars, and nutrients are just gonna get sent right into your muscles. So, you know, that's exactly the kind of situation that you want after you finish training. You know, you just beat the shit out of yourself. Now you got to repair. So how are you going to do that? Some high octane gains, aka the carb shake. Oh. A little unsettling because it's very sweet, but it's fucking good for you. I'm gonna finish this fucking shake, either get some food or not get some food, and just make some at home. Take my vitamins, and then go to fucking bed. I am exhausted. So if you guys are eating a meal right now, fucking finish that shit quick. If you're doing your cardio right now, good for you. You're following the fucking rules. And again, if you're staying up late when you should be sleeping watching this right now, turn this fucking phone off and go to bed. That's where you're gonna make your gains. See you next time, goddammit.